Good morning, students. This is Unit 6, that is Communication Systems. Now, you all know what is communication, isn't it? We cannot live in this world without communication. Even now, when we are facing such a huge pandemic, we are communicating with each other. I am communicating with you. You all can hear me simultaneously. Yes, this is a part of communication system. The topics which we are going to cover in this particular unit is the basic communication system, that is the block diagram, the modes of transmission, communication media, wired and wireless, electromagnetic spectrum, allotment of frequency band for different applications, block diagram of AM, that is amplitude modulation, transmitter and receiver, block diagram of FM, that is frequency modulation, transmitter and receiver, and the cellular concept, a simple block diagram of GSM system, that is global system for mobile. As per your syllabus, you have been given which are your textbooks, which are your reference books. So accordingly, as you can see, your basic communication block diagram is in which textbook, page number, you can refer accordingly. Yeah. The contents are, to start with, today we'll begin with communication system, the basic communication system, its block diagram. Okay. We'll continue again with modes of transmission, communication media, wired, wireless. Then the electromagnetic spectrum, the allotment of frequency band for different applications, the block diagram of AM and FM transmitter and receiver, and at the end mobile communication system, cellular concept, and a block diagram of GSM mobile. Yeah. Terminologies in communication system. You should know how the data is transferred. Introduction to modulation. What is the need of modulation? The types of modulation which is frequently used, and the AM and FM transmission as well as reception. Yeah. Now this is the basic block diagram of a communication system, right? Now, what is a communication system, or what is the objective, the basic objective, if you say, of a communication system? It is simple to convey the information from one point to the other. It can be one point to the other point, it can be one point to the several points, it can be one point to one point one way back again, from reception to the user defined. That is simple. If you say yes, it is simple to convey the information from one point to the other. The information comes from the information source okay, which originates that particular information. It produces the required message that is to be transmitted, and the message can be a sound, picture, speech, image with a sound, audio, video, isn't it? Any sort of information at the transmitter end. Next block is the transmitter. The objective of the transmitter block is to collect the incoming message signal so as to make it suitable for transmission and subsequent reception. In transmitter, the information modulates the carrier. The modulation can be amplitude, it can be frequency or phase depending upon the requirement. That is amplitude modulation, frequency modulation or phase modulation depending upon the requirement of the information. Next is the channel. What is a channel after that? It is the physical medium which connects the transmitter with the receiver, as you can see in the diagram. Now this channel can be wired or wireless. It includes copper wire, coaxial cables, fiber optic cable. In case of wired, in case of wireless, radio waves, microwaves. Now as you can see, it is written distortion, that is noise enters in any communication system through the channel. It's a distortion type. It is an unwanted signal, random in nature. It cannot be removed but eliminated to some extent. After the channel, you are having one more block, that is receiver block, decoding demodulation at the receiver end. The receiver block receives the incoming modified message signal from the channel and processes it to recreate the original form, that is the non-electrical form of the message signal. Now there are lots of receivers in communication systems, and the most important function of the receiver is demodulation. The output of the receiver may be fed to a loudspeaker, television picture tube or computer. The destination here is the final block in the communication system, which receives the message signal and processes it to determine the information present in it. And generally the destination are the humans, the user end. Okay, so this was regarding the block diagram of the communication system. Yes, as I told you, the first block, information source. What is the objective? That is to convey the information from one point to another. Okay, the information can be in the form of sound, picture, speech, and the information comes from the information source which originates it. Next is the transmitter block. The objective of the transmitter block, as I told you, to collect the incoming message signal to make it suitable for transmission and reception. The information modulates the carrier, and the modulation can be either amplitude, frequency, or phase. The third block is the channel. It connects the transmitter and the receiver. It can be wired or wireless, as I told you. Wired includes the wires and the cables. Copper wire, coaxial cable, fiber optic cable. And wireless includes the waves, radio waves, microwaves. Then we also saw noise, which is an unwanted signal. Yeah. Then the fourth, as I told you, the receiver block. The receiver block receives the incoming modified message signal from the channel and it processes it to recreate the original non-electrical form of the message signal. And the most important function of the receiver is demodulation, where the output may be fed to a loudspeaker, television, or a computer. Yeah. Then, as I told you, fifth, the last block is the destination. It is the final block which receives the message signal and processes it to determine the information present. Generally, humans will be in the destination block. Okay. Now, after that we'll go to modes of transmission. Okay, what are the modes of transmission? Transmission modes define the direction of flow of information between the two connected devices. Okay, that means it tells you the direction of the flow of the signal between the two devices. There are three modes of transmission: simplex, half duplex, and duplex. Now, what is simplex? If the system is capable of sending information in one direction only, it is a simplex system. Okay, only one direction. That is public address system. Yes, only one person talks and the others just listen one way. Broadcast and television. Now, what is the advantage of a simplex mode of transmission? The data is transmitted only in one direction and the entire bandwidth can be used. Okay. Next is the half duplex system. Okay. In this system, information can go in either direction, but in one direction at a time. Okay. That is, first the sending end transmits it to the receiver and then they reverse the roles. Walkie-talkie example. That is, it can go in both the directions but only at one time in one direction. Well, the next is duplex. It's a two-way communication where sender and receiver can transmit and receive at the same time. It consists of two simplex channels, a forward channel and a backward reverse channel linking at the same points. The bandwidth required obviously is twice as much as the half duplex system. Example, telephone systems and many computers. Okay, so this is the diagram of all the three systems. The first diagram A is of a half duplex, where in this system the information can go in either direction but in one direction only. That is, transmission in only one direction. As you can see in the diagram, the information is transmitted only from terminal A to terminal B. Your arrow is showing that. Pay attention to the arrows. In diagram B, the transmission is in the either direction but not simultaneously. Either the information can be transferred from terminal A to terminal B at a time and terminal B to terminal A at another time. That is, information can go in either direction but in one direction at one time. And then the last one, that is duplex. It's a two-way communication. You can see the diagram. Two-way communication simultaneously, where both the sender and receiver can transmit and receive at the same time. Transmission in both the directions simultaneously. Fine. So this was regarding the block diagram of a communication system and the modes of transmissions. Three modes of transmissions, that is simplex, half duplex and duplex. Yeah, we'll stop here for today. Thank you.